Now we'll move toward the next part to look the development of a particular state or the country, income and other criteria. In the earlier part, we have seen the income is considered taken concern to look the development. But in this part, you will get very easily, you will understand the income is not enough to look or to say the development of a particular state or the country. The table 1.3, which is having per capita income of the selected state, is given in your book. You can read, you can take help of your book also. The states Punjab, Kerala, Bihar here are shown. Maybe in your book Maharashtra, Kerala, Bihar are shown. So differences are there, but the weights or the purpose to present is not different. The Punjab is having per capita income in 2002-2003 26,000. Kerala, the per capita income of Kerala is having 22,800. Means the per capita income of the Kerala is less than the Punjab. And if we look toward the Bihar's per capita income is 5,700. It is very less than the Punjab and the Bihar. Now we look the another part with the help of table, how the comparative data is giving us information whether to consider the particular state is developed or not. Some comparative data on the Punjab, Kerala and Bihar, the same states which were in the earlier table, the same are taken here, but in a different way. The different criteria are used here. State Punjab, Kerala, Bihar again here. Infant mortality rate. The child baby's death rate in a particular year per 1,000 is given here. In a Punjab, the babies are dying in that particular year 49 babies after every 1,000. In the earlier table, we have seen the Punjab is earning more income, but when there is a turn to provide the health facilities, it gives the Punjab is not providing best health facilities here according to this data. Look toward the Kerala. In the income, comparatively, the income of Kerala is less than the Punjab, but the infant mortality rate is very less than the Punjab. Bihar, it is far away from both. It is about the infant mortality rate, which gives us the idea of the health in a particular state. We are looking, while looking the development, just income is not enough. Getting per capita income is not enough. We should look the other criteria also. With this other criteria, if we will see here, the Kerala is a more developed state than the Punjab. Now we'll turn toward the next criteria, the literacy rate. In the Punjab, the literacy rate is a 70, Kerala 91. In this criteria, in this way also, Kerala is developed than the Punjab. The Punjab is having more per capita income, then also the Kerala's development is looking here more when we are comparing them in the different way. Bihar again we are not going to think about here because it is again far away. Net attendance ratio for class 1st to 5th. How many students are attending the secondary school? In the Punjab primary school, in the Punjab 81, in a Kerala 91, Bihar 41. In the field of education also, the Kerala is better than the Punjab. So through this table, we realized, we understand just getting more income is not enough to look the particular area, region, country, state is developed or not. We should look other criteria also, whether it's are provided or not. If these criteria are completing, then only we can say the particular state is a developed. Now we'll look the next part, public facilities. The people are getting the public facilities or not. You know the meaning of public facilities. The facilities which are provided by the government to the large people of the country, citizen, are called public facilities. These facilities are provided by the government. Public facilities and private facilities we have studied in the class 8 political science. Might you remember? How is it that the average person in a Punjab has more income than the average person in a Kerala but lag behind in the crucial areas? We have seen. The reason is earning money is not enough. In a Punjab, person are getting more income, but the other facilities are remain away. Why it is happening? Money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that may need to live well. Everywhere the money is not enough. Many more things are there which make effect on your facilities, on your life. So income by itself is not a completely adequate indicator of material goods and services that citizens are able to use. Beyond this, something is needing there. Just income is not enough. For example, normally your money cannot buy you a pollution-free environment or ensure that you get unadulterated medicines. Money are their bank balance is with you, but you cannot buy the pollution-free environment or the unadulterated medicines. Mixed medicines are getting mixed chemicals are used there. We are not able to buy it. Unless you can afford to shift to a community that already has all these things. This belongs to the community. Money may also not be able to protect you from infectious diseases. For infectious diseases, if you want to protect yourself from the infectious diseases, the community should take preventive steps. Then only you can protect yourself. Money is not enough to protect you from the infectious diseases. Nowadays, we are taking the experience of the coronavirus. This coronavirus, with this experience, you will understand this line. The money is not enough, or money is not just able to protect you from the infectious disease. It is the responsibility of the community to take the preventive steps. When all community will take the preventive steps, then only we can come out from the infectious diseases. Actually, for many of the important things in a life, the best way, also the cheapest way, is to provide these goods and services collectively. Collectively, these things should be provided. Just think, will it be cheaper to have collective security for the whole locality or for each house to have its own security man? It is not possible for everyone. Individually, he will keep the security man for his own house. The responsibility of the security of this society comes toward the government, and this should be provided collectively by the government. This is the public facility. What if no one other than you in your village or locality is interested in a study? From your group, if other people are not interested to the study, you will also not feel happiness. You will not also get interest in the study. Not unless your parents could afford to send you to some private school elsewhere. When your private will send you in the private school, that time there you will get competition, and with that competition you get again interest in the study. But in which region, in which area people are not interested in the study, in that region you will not get interest in the study. So you are actually able to study because many other children also want to study, and because many people believe that the government should open schools and provide other facilities so that all children have a chance to study. Even now, in many areas, children, particularly girls, are not able to achieve secondary level schooling because government and society both has not provided adequate facilities. In many regions, many areas, girls are remain away, excluded from the education because government is not providing secondary education at the locality, in their locality, and the family member, the society are not ready to send the girl child elsewhere to get the more education. So the public facilities also make effect on the development, or to look the term development in that region, whether the public facilities are adequate or not, that should be concern. Then only we can make the perfect definition of the development. What is the development, or what, whether the region is developed or not. Kerala has a low infant mortality rate because it has adequate provision of basic health and education facilities. In the Kerala, infant mortality rate is a low because the health and education facilities are a good, which are public facilities and which are provided by a particular government. Similarly, in some states, the public distribution system, in the last year we have seen somewhere the PDS system is works here to reduce inequalities from the society or to provide the food. Some states are there. The example was given, Andhra Pradesh, last year we have seen. In the Andhra Pradesh, PDS system is a working good. That is why that state overcame on the inequalities, or the overcame on the food securities. If some period shop, ration shop does not function properly in such places, the people there are able to get the problem rectified. Health and nutritious status of people of such state is certainly likely to be better. In which region the PDS is working properly, the ration shops are working in a good way, the functions in a proper way, people will get the nutritious food and their status will be remain good than the other states. So in this way, we have studied the role of the public facilities in the development